Have you ever wondered how we go from this to this? Today, I'm walking you through an easy step-by-step beginner's guide to a flawless makeup look. Are you ready? Let's dive in. You know that every masterpiece starts with a great base, right? So begin by cleaning the skin with micellar water and wipes properly. Then go in with your hydrating spray to hydrate the skin to bring back glow. That's the essence of hydrating spray. Okay, you can see I'm using my beauty sponge to push it into the skin. So after that, then go in with your moisturizer. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. Let it be a good moisturizer. Okay? Note, there's nothing like excess moisturizer. You can never go wrong with moisturizer. So what I'm using, the Cetaphil moisturizer, is a good one and is affordable. In case you also want to know, Cetaphil moisturizer. So after moisturizing the skin, you can go in with your hand to make sure that everything sink into the skin properly. Next is primer. Primer is very necessary in skin prep for your makeup. So primer will help you to block pores and keep your makeup in place all day. Trust me, skin prep makes all the difference. So you don't need to skip anyone. Note, for each process, make sure you dry up the products before you go in applying another one on your face. It is very, very important, very necessary. If you're a beginner watching this video, note that primers don't go under the eyes, okay? And once you are done drying up the primer, go in with your setting spray. I'm using Kiss Beauty setting spray, then I'll use my hand to massage the product properly into the skin. This is a magic, guys. Next up is foundation. Choose a shade that matches your skin perfectly. It should disappear into your skin. Did you just hear what I just said? It should disappear into your skin, not just sit on top. Apply in small dots and blend using damp beauty sponge or brush, anyone that works for you. This will help you to give it a natural or even finish. And remember, less is more. Do you understand? Less is more. For cream contour, I'm using a darker shade of foundation for this process. If you can notice very well, you can see the way I'm moving my hand little by little. You build up badge by badge so that the product won't be too much. If not, the forehead will just be shining black. Okay, so note that. For the face contour, can you see the way I'm doing it? Because the essence of this face contour is to lift the face. You are lifting the face. Okay, so you don't have to blend it downwards, you blend it upwards. Next up is blush. So you can use any favorite color of your blush. It's you that know what you want to achieve, right? So for me, I don't know if anybody loves blush as much as I love it. I love blush. Don't be afraid that it's too much. Don't worry, when you apply your concealer and blend out the concealer, you see that that blush you applied is not too much. Talking of concealer, I'm using LA Girl concealer. Okay, you can use any concealer of your choice, right? So I use two shades here, a brighter one and a little darker one. So you have to make your under eye pop out properly. Okay, that is the essence of this concealer. Let the highlighted areas pop out. If you look closely, you'll notice that I'm applying the darker concealer in the outer corner of the eyes, while the brighter ones are in the inner corner of the eyes. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. Now it's time to blend the concealer. You can see the way I'm blending it. Take your time. There is no need of rushing. As long as you're a beginner, take your time and do your makeup, because what you want to do is anything you want to do, do it best. What doing is what doing well. So be at your best when you are doing your makeup. And the essence of applying that concealer in the outer corner of the eye is to help to lift the eye too. To lift the eye. I'm done blending out the concealer. Can you see the way it's looking? Then I went in with my setting spray to lock in my cream process. Very important. Next is setting the highlighted areas. First off, I start with the under eye. So you can see the way I'm taking it. When you take your powder, you dust off excess, then place under the eye and blend properly. Okay, so there's no need of pack. If you pack the product, it will start caking, and you don't want that for your makeup because you're going for a flawless makeup look. Next up is contouring, powder contour. So this is me doing my powder contour. For the forehead, you contour backwards, okay? Then when you come to the cheekbone or your face, anyone, you lift it up, okay? Next is going in with a powder that is her shade or very close to her shade on the entire face. Like you apply with your fluffy brush on the entire face, except the highlighted areas, please. The remaining powder on my beauty sponge, I used it to go around the highlighted areas again to make sure that everything is on point. Once that is done, I went in with my fluffy brush and a darker shade of powder to snatch the nose properly. Notes for this process: little is more. Don't pack products because it will be hard for you to blend out. Now is for powder blush. Note that every cream process you did, you will repeat the powder process. Just notes. For baking, you place the powder, you're not pressing in. It's when you are certain that you're pressing. For baking, you just place the powder. I did a reverse contour here because I needed to get that lift, that face lift. I needed it. For my eyeshadow, I did a very different thing altogether. I used a lipstick for my eyeshadow base, okay? So this is me using my lip palette to make base for my eyeshadow. After that is done, I went in with my eyeshadow palette with the same color of that eyeshadow base I did to blend it out properly. Now I started building my eyeshadow. You can see the way I'm moving, and is in circular motion. Make sure you are using a fluffy brush for this. This is the only thing that will give you that circular motion vibe that you need for your eyeshadow. I defined my nose contour very well so that it can be very visible, that people will see it. Now I'm going in with a black eyeshadow. I'm still building the outer corner because you want to make sure that your eyeshadow doesn't have harsh line. They are seeing the pink, they are seeing the horse blood. No, you don't. They are seeing the black. You have to blend properly because the beauty of makeup is blending. If you know how to blend, you are good to go. Now I'm using a powder shade to blend my eyeshadow, everything in general properly. You can see the one blending that upper side in circular motion properly, so you don't see harsh lines. Right now I'm using my powder to lift the eyeshadow, like to lift the eye. You see the way I'm doing it. For the brows, use your spoolie to brush out the hairs and use a hair wax or brow trimmer to put your brows in place. To outline the brows, I used a black sharp pencil to make light strokes. The way I'm doing it safe, you will not see it except you look properly. You see the line I'm making. It has to be like thin line that you are making, but sharp, because I'm using a sharp black pencil to outline that brows. After outlining the brows, start filling in with strokes, natural strokes, small, don't shade. And I'm using a brown pencil for this. You not see me using black, so don't use black, except you are very dark, that brown can't show on your face. That's when you use a black eye pencil to fill. To make my brows to look natural, I placed a concealer on my hand and I'm using my spoolie to take it, to use it to brush out the beginning of the brow so it can be natural. Now, for the concealing of the brows, I used 2 concealer. For the inner corner, I started using a concealer that is darker. Then for the outer corner, I used a lighter concealer. And when you are doing this, do you see the way I'm defining it? Very tiny. You don't need to shade everywhere with your concealer and scatter what you have done. No. And if this process is not something that you have done before, don't go and do it. Something that you need to do your eyeshadow before you do your brows. No. If you are used to doing brows before foundation, before your eyeshadow, please do. Anyone that is easier for you. So, but if you want to do this my process, you see the way I'm doing it, applying it little by little. So I'm using the head of my brush to blend out the concealer. If you see the way I'm doing it, I'm going over little by little, gently, to spread it where it's supposed to be. After blending the concealer, I'm going in with my brush to set the concealer using powder. Now I'm going over the face again with the powder that is her shade, to go around the face to dust off excess powders on her face. Guys, take a look at the face. Do you see how it blended properly? Are you seeing any harsh line? Are you seeing that the blush is separate from the foundation and contour? No, everything blended properly. So now I'm applying my eyeliner. Next up is mascara. This is the way I placed my hand on the eyeshadow to lift the eye and brush out the natural lashes. That's how you do it, not to stain what you have done. Next up is lashes. Guys, let me tell you a story. For these lashes, I did not see my lashes glue. I was like, what will I use to hold this thing? So it just occurred to me that I have glitter glue. So I just placed it on that lashes stripe, and I placed it and it worked. I was like, wow, it's my first time trying it too. For the lips, I started by outlining the lips with a lighter brown shade. See the way I'm going over it little by little. You can even barely see what I'm outlining. Next up is going in with my chocolate brown. I'm using my fluffy brush to blend it properly with the initial line I've made, or I've created rather. So for the inner corner of the lips, I use this shade. That's why most of the time people cannot actually say the lip color they use, because you can keep going in and going in order to get what you are looking for, or the shade you are trying to create. After placing another lighter shade on the lips, I went in with my fluffy brush to blend everything all together. Next up is glossing, and after that, your lip is good to go. Now it's time to set the entire face properly. Next up is applying the highlighter on the cheekbones to glow, and also the forehead and bridge of the nose. And voila, this is the end of the look. Isn't this flawless? If your makeup is not like this in this 2025, there's something wrong with you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye.